Stay savage, your boy Shino Ventura was poppin'. Today we are back with episode 2 review of Boruto Naruto Next Generation. So if you guys are excited, if you guys are hyped, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for daily content. You know what we're about to do. We're about to get discussing. So if you guys have not watched the episode, you might want to go watch it. You can watch alongside my live reaction, which is in the description below. But we're going to be talking about some spoilers because today was lit. Also, if you guys like to support the Patreon, I appreciate everybody that's been supporting the Patreon. There's a link in the description below. You go ahead and help the boy out. There is a giveaway going on over there, so if you have already donated to the Patreon, you already entered in the giveaway. Heads up, we got some shirts coming out soon. A lot of people are asking when the new Hidden Trap Ninja shirt is going to be coming, because we dropped like one version, then we dropped the Trokage, which was 100k, and now we're going to be dropping another shirt. So if you guys would like to get ready for that, be on the lookout for that. And with that being said, let's get to today's episode. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get it.
Whipping all this dope up in the chopper. We fuck all you bitches at the trapper. I can't trust you, I can't give you real address. I can't trust you, I can't give you real address. It don't mean that be like Jerry Stacker. I might fall in love with my trappers.
Alright, so today was probably one of the most interesting episodes of Boruto so far. I know the first one was, everybody was like mind boggled and shit like that. Everybody wanted to know what the fuck was going on because we saw Boruto get like this weird eye. We got to see him fighting against Kawaki in the beginning, and we got to see like this weird chakra take over Denki. Now, right now, it's basically taking up where Boruto left off. In the last episode, Boruto was suspended from the academy for coming in with the amazing entrance, which is kind of fucked up. My man got suspended for something that he didn't necessarily do. He just got caught up in a situation trying to help out his friend, and he just covered for Denki the whole entire time. He never really explained what happened. So everybody thought, that the only reason Boruto could come back to the school without being expelled was because he was the Hokage's son. So everybody's just basically just clowning my man Boruto and just making fun of him, talking about why is he doing stuff like that. If that was me, I'd have been expelled. The only reason he was able to come back, he's the Hokage's son. He's such a privileged child. All he does is ride the Hokage's coattail. It's one of those things where it's kind of fucked up to see, because Boruto as a person, he doesn't want to be compared to his father, and he don't want to be treated as if, look, I'm the Hokage's son, I don't want to be treated like that. I want to be treated as my own person, as my own man. I will be revered as my own ninja. I want to follow my own path. I don't want to be in the shadow of my dad. So that kind of like triggered Boruto. Everybody in the class saying he hangs on to the coattail. Even Inojin comes out of nowhere talking about some, yeah, you ride your dad's coattail, blah blah blah. And it was kind of some rude shit. He just spitting and like running his mouth, just random shit out. Even Shikadai was like, yo, you just gonna always keep running your mouth like that. And he kind of reminded me a lot of like kind of like Ino with the loudness, but also like Sai with like the fake personality, with the fake emotions. Because as Boruto went to go ahead and shake his hand, he made it seem like he was about to shake his hand, and then he just smacked his hand with a complete smile on his face, which I thought was completely weird. I was like, wait, so if you're supposed to be on Boruto's side, if you're supposed to be one of Boruto's homies, like, what the fuck, why would you do that? Because I do know you guys have hung out before in earlier like shit, basically dealing with the anime and shit like that. Well, not the anime, but the manga and shit like that. You've seen like these two together. You've seen like in the previous shit with just Naruto, you've seen them two together. But it's one of those things where I guess not everybody accepts Boruto yet, and even though like their parents are friends, doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be friends. So I saw that being pretty interesting, and I thought it was kind of fucked up, because I thought they were just going to be on some cool shit, just on some cool vibes, but it was not like that. So everybody goes by and things get like basically progressing, school start continuing, everybody start doing their own thing. Boruto wants to hang out with people at lunch. People are like, yo, you know what, fuck no, we don't want to hang with you, all you're gonna do is cause problems, blah blah blah. You think you're better than us because you're the Hokage's son. But prior to that, they took like this skill assessment, basically training to see how fast everybody was, and Boruto came in at second place. Now me thinking this is Boruto, I'm like, yeah, Boruto's about to be first place, and then everybody's gonna be like, all right, maybe he's not that bad, maybe he's actually good at being a ninja and not being sucky, even though he's the Hokage's son, because everybody feels like he's just gonna be like some weak ass kid because he's the Hokage's son, and the only reason people like treat him the way they treat him is because he's the Hokage's son and not through his own strength and his own will. So basically, there's another kid named Iwabe. Iwabe has like way more talent than Boruto in terms of taijutsu, in terms of earth style and shit like that, and he basically took the assessment and he has the top score in the assessment throughout the whole entire class. So I thought that was pretty weird, that this man was just like so skilled, and then Boruto asks, who is he? He was like, who's the one that beat my score? So Boruto trying to figure it out, but the guy's just like nowhere to be found. So Boruto goes back to the class, and apparently Iwabe's in the class. The man's in the class chilling, like I'm talking about dead ass sleep. He's just like, yo, you making too much noise. What the fuck you doing in here? Like, bro, you better get up, you better rise out. So I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, is Boruto about to fight him? And you know what this reminded me of? Everybody talks and quotes like the head nod that you know, Kakashi did when he was fighting with Sasuke and shit like that, and Boruto kind of did some shit similar. But the thing that kind of got me was like, this kid is old as fuck. On top of, he looks like a grown-ass man. He's tall as hell, and he about to fight Boruto. So that shit was like, what the fuck? And also what it reminded me of is when Sasuke went up against Rock Lee, because you remember when Rock Lee first was in the academy and shit like that, and they were talking, and he wanted to talk to Sakura and shit like that, but Sakura liked Sasuke, so Rock Lee decided to fight Sasuke for like Sakura's hand or whatever and shit like that, and Sasuke was actually like fighting him. I saw it was like that. So, you know, Rock Lee wanted to test Sasuke because he was an Uchiha. He's supposed to be known as a prodigy and shit like that, so he wanted to test how strong he was and shit. So it kind of reminded me of that, and it reminded me of like Boruto wanting to fight other people to see and like prove that he's stronger and not just like being the son of the Hokage. Now, honestly, one thing I can say was really interesting about this fight was that it wasn't like just some hardcore like fighting. It was more of like discussions, you know. It was kind of like talk no jutsu. If you look at like the way Naruto used to do things, he used to just be fighting, you know, dead ass fighting. But there was a lot of conversation going on in this fight, which is something that's a lot different from things we see in Naruto. You know, usually when they go into fighting, they go into like a serious clash, but it was only like a couple of like moments where there was truly making contact. Because if you look at it, you know, there was a lot of kunai being thrown around. It was like real ninja action. Like, I'm talking about some real ninja fucking action. Like, kunai was being thrown around. We seen like the basic jutsus used and shit like that in terms of substitution jutsu. We seen Boruto using his shadow clones, and we seen like a little bit of tactical pattern that Boruto had. And it's a lot different from Naruto in the terms of how Naruto was in the beginning. Because if you think about it, when Naruto used to fight in the beginning, he just fought head on. He was loud, he was kind of clumsy, he just went straight in there. But if you look at what Boruto was doing, Boruto was actually being strategic. You know, it was, you could see that when he threw his kunai to distract Iwabe, and he basically ran behind like the pillars, and every time he got behind a certain pillar individually, he dropped the shadow clone and made the shadow clone stay behind each pillar. That way Iwabe didn't know whenever they was going to do a surprise attack. And that was something I was like, yo, this nigga Boruto hella witty. Like, where the hell that shit come from? He was like boom bam pow, you know, drop 3 shadow clones and they came out of nowhere. And what I thought was dope too is just to see like that old-fashioned substitution jutsu come out. You know, we haven't seen that shit in so long. Like, if you think about like towards the end of Naruto, we haven't seen like a substitution jutsu. We didn't see nobody doing anything like that. You know, people were just fast enough to get the fuck out the way. People would just eat a hit, or you know, you would have people like Obito who using Kamui and just could kind of fade the hits, fade through them and shit like that. So it was one of those things where it was either somebody was hitting a shadow clone or some shit like that, but we actually saw the log appear. The log. The OG motherfucking log, you know. So Boruto hit him with the surprise attack, you know, it pops out the log, and it was like, whoa, okay. And one thing I did like about this episode was that Boruto didn't give up as strong as Iwabe was. Iwabe was hella strong, and he was really like putting the brakes, and like, hey, he had his foot on Boruto's neck the whole entire time. And it was one of those things where I was seeing Boruto like on the edge, and I'm thinking to myself, Boruto may actually very well lose this fight. And I'm thinking to myself, like, how? You're Naruto's son, you're supposed to win. Eventually Boruto started talking. He started talking about his determination, talk about how he wants to beat him and he's not giving up. He doesn't want to lose to you and shit like that. A lot of people were talking about how Boruto was just reckless and he was just too determined for no reason. Why he just doesn't give up? He knows the guy's superior. But it's one of those things where Boruto was fighting for Denki, because in the beginning Denki got hacked up by Iwabe, and it's something that we saw like early on with Boruto. Boruto was going to Denki's head, and that's basically what happened with him getting in trouble and getting suspended from school. You know, he was there protecting Denki, and so it was one of those things that kept going. But another thing that I thought was really fucking crazy is like once Boruto finally defeated Iwabe pulled up that stick, right? That staff stick, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and this man like used, like, he gripped that bitch and he used his earth style and made like all the fucking ground like piled up into a little boulder, and it was kind of like a fucking sledgehammer or some shit. But when he was slamming that bitch, I'm talking about the whole ground shattered. Like, that was something I was not expecting. And this man was really like strong in taijutsu. He was already noted to be like a best taijutsu user in the class. On top of him coming out of nowhere with the earth style, he kind of reminded me of Jiroboro, I already pronounced that shit. He kind of reminded me of him in a sense of the way he did it. It was just kind of just like, you know, I'm big, I'm strong, I'm just smash it. And, you know, that's kind of what we saw. We just kind of saw him swinging it around. But I thought that was so dope to see Inojin come out of nowhere, basically using his scroll beast to, you know, yank the staff and shit like that. And I thought it was pretty cool, you know, for him to admit defeat and actually say, you're right, this was the rules. You know, I said I wasn't gonna use no weapons. We was gonna have like an old-fashioned ninja fight, because he thought he could just take Boruto on and just beat Boruto with his own means. But Boruto wasn't giving up. Boruto was showing some determination, just like Naruto did in the earlier stages. So I know one thing for sure is we're gonna see a lot of Boruto getting beat down, but him still getting up, even though he's referred to as a prodigy. I understand it's gonna take a lot of strong people to beat down Boruto, because I feel like a lot of other people around and they're not as skilled as Boruto is in terms of like you know, speed and, you know, ninjutsu, because we have people like Inojin, and we have people that, you know, that can do these things. Because you know, Shikadai obviously we know that he's a lot stronger from the future, because if you watch the Boruto movie, you see him use shadow possession jutsu and shit like that. You know, they have like their own styles of ninjutsu which they got from their parents. But Boruto later on gets the Rasengan and shit like that, and he throws on, added like a gentle palm into it on top of this weird mysterious eye, you know. So that basically lets us know in the future we're gonna see some really strong ass fights. I'm gonna keep it real, this was a really dope episode. It was cool to see like the old fashioned, not the super flashy fighting like how the new Naruto was, and how like Naruto Shippuden ended. It was very flashy in terms of fighting. We didn't see all like the superpowers and shit like that. It's just like some casual ninja action. That's what I would call it. But it later on became Talk no Jutsu, because Boruto later on got Iwabe to be his friend and got Iwabe to come to class and tell him he should study. And then eventually he won his classmates over, and basically they said he was not just following the coattail of the Hokage, he was actually his own person. I thought that was pretty cool to see, and I thought that was really dope of Boruto, you know, swaying people through his own will and not actually, you know, having to, you know, beg for people to be on his side, or, you know, being outcasted by other people. But then there was like the other group that still kind of said some shit, was like, oh, he's still a Hokage son, blase blah. And then Inojin stepped in, even though Inojin said some harsh shit to Boruto in the beginning. It was one of those things where, you know, Boruto wasn't fighting for himself, he was fighting for Denki. Why did you guys help Denki? You guys just sat there and watched, so who's really the coward? You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was pretty dope. But all in all, that was a pretty good episode. Let me know what you think about this episode. Let me know what you expect from the future episode. And with that being said, my name is Shino Bentro. Stay true, stay real. Hope you guys have a blessed day, and until next time, see you guys later. Bye.